other people. Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to put down on chat message, you can even put. Others, I do want to ask a few small questions. So, can we send can we do some actions? Sorry, can we do some actions on rejection or on approval? Can anyone answer that? Can we do? It's a true or false question. Can we do any actions on true or false? If else, how many? Like what type of actions we can do? Sandhya, can you answer that question? Or Rahul, can you answer that question?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, it's a true or false question. Can we do actions on rejection or on approval? Actions means you can do workflow type of actions. Okay, so we have done workflow rules. In after that, we did some actions on workflow execution, right? Same way, can we do any actions on? Yes, actually it's true, because the same type of options, what all we are doing in workflow rules, can be done even at approval process also, on approval or on rejection. So in the previous class scenario, we have implemented like we sent some emails on approval, right? You remember that? Okay. So again, you can do all the four type of actions. One is you can create tasks, you can send email alerts, you can even do field updates on submitting any approval or rejected, if the request is rejected, you can do some action. And the final thing is outbound message also. Once the manager approves your request, you can send some outbound message to the third party system, any payment gateway like this, to reimburse your payments. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, today let's start about data management. If I'm going too fast, block me when I'm going too fast. Okay, so by mistake, sometimes I'm going too fast, it seems. I got some feedback from one of the participants. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Okay, yeah, I think you guys can see my screen now. So if you go to any our sales application, means, so here in my system I don't have any leads. Means I do have some leads, but I want to load some leads which I got from an event. I went to an event. All the participants of that event has entered their first name, last name, email address, phone number, and some designation. These people are interested to buy products from our company. Okay, so I have some file with leads. Okay, yeah, lead.csv is the CSV file. It's comma separated value file. Okay, so you can open this type of files in any XLS format. So sorry, you can open this file in Excel sheets, okay, Microsoft Excel, so even Open Excel also, okay. For suppose if you want to convert your XLX means Excel file into CSV, it's a simple process. Click on File, click on Save As. So it shows you an option of converting. The current format is CSV, right? But if you have XLS format, you can move to comma separated values. You can save as new format where Salesforce will support this format, okay? Because currently my file is in CSV format only. That is the reason I'm not changing this, okay? So I've shown you some option of loading data from the import widget. I want to do it now, okay? Let's click on setup. So the best way to go to that data import widget is come to this setup search. This is setup search. This is data search of all your application. Okay, if you're searching any thing here, it's search the records in accounts, leads, campaigns, everything, all the objects it will search it. But if you're searching something here, it search only the setup things. Okay, I'm searching for data import widget. That is this. I'm clicking on launch widget. Okay. So the first option, I click this data import widget. The second option is I have launched this widget, and I'm choosing a standard object that is leads. Same steps for other objects also, but there are very less features. For suppose if I'm selecting leads, I do have an option to import my LinkedIn, Google contacts, Outlook contacts also. But when you click on custom objects, it won't show that options to you. It simply shows only the CSV format. Okay. I'm clicking on leads. I'm clicking on add new records to my system. So I'm clicking on this button. This button is for insert. This button is for update. This button is for upsert. I have set these options in the previous class, but I have not done the demo. Okay. I'm clicking on insert new records. Lead by email, because so I want to match leads by email. If there is any email address if the email is already existing in the system in the leads object, if I'm trying to upload a new data, a record with the same email address, it will be duplicated. Okay. So this will eliminate duplicates. So I'm going to verify everything with email here. Match by email. Okay. And assign new leads to this source. The lead source are coming from partner referral or other, because it's not coming from web, it's not coming from phone inquiry. Okay, it's something like you can say partner referral or other, because if you are getting these leads from an event, you can click on other. Assign all leads using this assignment rule standard. I don't have any assignment rules in the current system. I'm not selecting any assignment rules. So here it's asking me whether I need to trigger workflow rules or not. I'm saying no for that. Okay. I don't want to trigger any workflow rules, because if you are uploading 500 leads, again 500 times it will email. So I don't want to do that now, because anyway we don't have any triggers or workflow rules on this lead object. That's fine for it. Okay. And the next option is, this is one step. Second step, third step is we have to select the CSV format. Click on this, or even you can drag and drop any file on this also. Here's the leads, right? So I'm dragging and dropping on this page. It automatically attached here. and the format is automatically mapped generally. So because this is a generic format, okay, it works for us. I'm clicking on next. Got these options. So I'm clicking on next now. So this is the status bar where it will tell you how much process it's done. Okay. See, if you see, so these are the fields available on the Salesforce object, and these are the fields column names, means CSV header. The header means the column names. Okay. All this stuff. Okay. But I'm going to match only salvation, or it automatically mapped everything, right? If you remember, see, it's automatically mapped. So this is some sample data from my Excel sheet. Okay. Because there is no master record ID field in my Salesforce system. That's the reason it's not mapped here. But most of the fields are mapped automatically. See, salvation to salvation, first name to first name, title to title, company to company, street to street. It's automatically copied. If it is not automatically mapped, you can change by clicking on this. Okay, because in our Excel sheet we are storing even the latitude and longitude fields also. Okay, give me a second. Right, but we don't have that fields in our Salesforce lead object. That's the reason we are not mapping it. If you want to map any of the field, change your mappings, you can also do that by clicking on change. So this is mapped to this, but I'm unchecking this so that I'm removing the mapping. Okay. So this is little intelligent and it automatically maps everything. Okay. I have removed that mapping and I clicked on next. I came to the start import. Finally, it's a great job. Means it's showing the status of it. I'm clicking on start import now. So there are totally 31 unmapped fields in my spreadsheet. I think the total fields is 56. Out of the 25 are mapped, 31 are unmapped fields. Okay. Click on start. Congratulations, your import has started. Click on OK. So this is going to do the bulk data load job, and the status of that bulk data load is shown here. It's 100% done. Okay. 37 records is processed, and there is a failure of 3 records. Might be having means see your result 3 failed entries. If I click on this result, see out of 37 records, means you don't count the header, you just count the only the value starts from 2 to 38. Out of these three records are not entered because there is no ID, because missed out to email not specified. So email, because you mentioned that email is a required option and it automatically checks its uniqueness in our Salesforce system. As the email is not entered here, it's showing an error. Okay. And again, invalid email address here because I simply gave ASDEF. And again, in this also it's invalid email address, ss@.com. There is no any domain name mentioned here. That's the reason these three are having error. Now go back to the system. Go back to the leads object. So it generally takes not more than a second also, even though if you're uploading thousands of data. So now if you click on all open leads, click on go, you can see the latest data. Okay. So this is all the data created today. See, 1014, 1014. No. Give me a second. All leads created today. Okay. I'm creating a new view before you to check my leads created today. I think there's already a view for that. See today leads. So these leads are created today because there should be more leads, but what's happening here is we try to even update the created data also. Let's click on spreadsheet. Close this. Don't save. So let's search for because what happens, right? So this information will be coming from Salesforce by default, because as they are having same email address, it might have updated. So just copy for Bertha Boxer. She's not here. Let's search here what happened to her, whether she's in the system or not. Even I'm searching for Bertha, there's a lead on her name. If I click on this, I can open a lead and I can even see the information when it's created. Was modified by 10/14/8/21. Okay, because this information is like provided by Salesforce sample data. That is the reason we are mapped all even the created by and even lost modified data, it seems, so that they haven't updated. Let's create one sample data before you. File, click on new workbook and first name, last name. So I'm going to do this import operation from a Apex data loader, not from the import wizard this time, because you know the options. Okay, how to do the import from import widget. Okay, email and phone. Okay, so now I'm giving F1, F2. Okay, because I'm getting some sample data. Okay, I'm creating 35 records. I'm copying here and F1 the rate of L1.com. Clock.com 1. Okay. Because I'm trying to automate the data creation. Yeah, now I got the different email addresses. Okay, and phone number. One. It won't take more than 2 minutes for creating the sample data. Give me 2 more seconds. Okay. Now we have sample data for the leads object now. I'm clicking on save, clicking on leads sample 2014. Okay, dot. I'm not putting any extension here, but simply select the CSV format here. See, by default it's XLSX. It shows the same option to you also when you're trying to create the data in our Windows system, but I want to make this file stored in .csv format. Select it. I'm clicking on save, continue, saved. Now I want to use other tool for loading this. Yeah, this is Apex data loader. So for this you need a security token. So what is security token? I will talk about that now. So when you're trying to use Salesforce from third-party tools, okay, for importing or inserting or updating any data, you need to pass username, password. Apart from that, you have to give the security token. This is for better security. Only system administrators will be using this security token, okay, for importing bulk data into the system like this. For that, how to go to the security token? I will show that to you. Click on My Settings. So this security token is useful for Eclipse also, for developing your applications from Eclipse IDE. So here is the option, reset my security token. Each and every person will have this option. Okay, click on this. You can click on reset security token. So you're going to use this type of security tokens when you're trying to talk with Salesforce APIs also, or suppose Salesforce Connect offline. So some such type of applications also need this. Yeah, now I have reset. When I click on reset my security token, I got the new token for my venkybox@gmail.com to my email address. See, go back to okay. Yeah, now I got the security token, and here I got the message for the previous data import for the leads. Okay, this is the message for that, and I want to show you the security token. Here is the token, which is 25-digit long characters long. Okay, I'm copying this and keep this copied in the notepad, and it will be useful for a number of times. Okay, so if you're using for Eclipse, everything you have to use this. You don't need to set this token every time. You keep once. If you feel that if you lost the token, only you have to click on reset my token. Otherwise, don't reset. Use the same token. Okay. I think when you are trying to change the password or of your account, it automatically sets a new token for you, and it sends to your email directly, automatically. Okay. I'm copying this. So this is the Apex data loader, right? I'm clicking on insert. When I'm clicking on insert, it's asking for username, that is venkyworks.com, and model 123, and I'm copying my token here. You should append the token after the password. So sometimes Eclipse asks you to put username, password, and token separately. But most cases, if you don't see the token, you have to append the security token after the password. Combinedly, it will accept the first letters password. It will compare, and it even compares the security token also at one time. Now click on login. Yeah, I'm accepting this. I'm clicking on allow. See, now login completed successfully. Remember, I just gave the username, the password, and I appended my token after that password. That is 25-digit token. Clicking on next. Now, on which object I have to insert the data? I have to select this. So if I want to click show all Salesforce objects, it shows there are a lot of objects which are hidden to you and which you don't see, don't even saw their names also. You don't know their names also. Click on that. See, you have even you can see the account contact, whole account share, all this stuff. Apex class is also your object in Salesforce system. But I don't want all this stuff. Okay, when you need, you have to click on show all Salesforce objects. Otherwise, uncheck this and select the object what you want to load the data. Currently, I want to load the data into read object. Selected. I'm clicking on browse, and so I want to search again for lead. There's no drag and drop in this application. This is a little old. Okay. Let's check where it's saved. Maybe the downloads finally. Okay. Click on this. Leads underscore sample. Okay. I have to search for this name. Okay. See, I got this. I think it's stored in documents, Microsoft user data, all this backup auto recovery. Okay. I'm moving it to documents. Now you can see it in documents also. It's a comma separated value format. I click on open. See, read sample 2014.csv is chosen. I'm clicking on next. 35 records. See, remove the header. The remaining things 36 minus 1 is 35. I need to see all this data in my lead system now. Click on OK. So here is the mapping. So in the previous scenario, when you are trying to do it from data import wizard, which is new by Salesforce, that's automatically mapping some fields. Okay, but here you have to map on your own. Click on choose existing. If you click on this, for suppose if you have generally loading the data frequently, then you can save the mapping for the first time, and you can use the same mappings a number of times. I can show you how to do that. Okay. First of all, as there is no mapping, I'm clicking on create and edit a map. Got it? So here, so I'm clicking on auto match columns to automatically match some items with the same names. Okay. See, but the phone field is not matched because the column name which I have given in my spreadsheet is phone N, which is not available in the same name in our system. That is the reason I have to manually map by dragging and dropping this field here. See, got it? How I did is dragged and dropped here. I'm clearing the mapping again. I'll show you how to do that. Email field, email, the last name field, cheer, the first name field also I'm mapping the same way. But if you have same names, it's better to click on auto match fields, which is automatically matched. Okay, and I'm finally copying the phone field also. I'm clicking on save mapping here. So this will be saved in my documents, or even I can store in a separate folder like lead mapping 2014. I'm storing in downloads. Oh, sorry, downloads, and I'm clicking on save. I'm clicking on OK. Now all the fields are mapped. These are the columns available in my Excel sheet. These are the columns, means the field names available in the Salesforce object, lead object. Got it? I'm clicking on next. Do you guys have any questions, guys? Or suppose if I want to choose existing map, I can click on this next time, and I can choose the map which I have created, that is the lead mapping 2014. Then there's no need to map again all this stuff. So this generally helps when you have to map hundreds of fields. Okay. Again, you don't need to map every time. Okay. Once you have done that mapping, you save that, and you can reuse the same mapping a number of times. Click on next. And finally, select the directory where your success and error files will be saved. So if you click on next, I'm storing all my error and success files here. If you don't want to do that, click on browse, create a new folder, and say Apex data loader work, loader files. Click on create and select that. Choose. Okay. Now all my files are stored in this folder. Click on finish. Click on yes. Proceed. So now the bulk API is working and it's trying to save the records into the system. But unfortunately, my operation is failed and there are 0 successful inserts and 35 error messages. Okay. Let's check what happened. 0 errors. You no need to click on success because there are 0. Click on errors. You can see that some required field is missing. It is company name. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's go back. Or else I can use the company name as a last name only. Sorry, last name is also required. Company C1, C2. Okay. Because company name is required, the lead object. I'm just clicking on save and continue. And again, going back to the same data loader, clicking on close, clicking on OK. I'm repeating the same process now. Clicking on insert, selecting the lead, browsing the same file. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know whether clicking on next, clicking on OK. This is not the right field because I have to have the different file because file save as I want to save it in the instead of this I want to save it in the documents. Clicking on save, it will replace now, and I can work it on this now. Continue. Cool. Select lead object, browse. So as this is done already, that's the reason I'm doing it fast, because when I'm trying to save the Excel spreadsheet, storing in some other folder. Now if I click on next, okay, see now I have the company name here. These are the column names in my spreadsheet, and I have to click on I can use existing mapping now. By clicking on existing mapping, I can click on documents or downloads. Yeah, here is the lead mapping 2014. See, remember the 4 mappings we have already done in the previous scenario. Okay, now I'm going to modify only the company name. Got it. Now the company name, so the company column in spreadsheet is mapped to the company field inside the read object. I'm clicking on save mapping again. Yeah, saving as on the desktop on the downloads. the new mapping with 5 fields. Okay, clicking on next, finish, cancel, browse. Yeah, see, the previous items are showing here, the error files and success files. So every time it shows one file for success, one file for errors also. See, 2929. This is the error and success message for one upload. Okay, and I'm clicking on finish, clicking on yes. Now the data loading is happening, and now I have 35 successful inserts and 0 failures. Got it? There's no errors. If you click on success, I can see all the success inserts to my system. So this, go back to my system and click on leads. So let's click on today leads and click on go. Yeah, got it. See, F1 to again F. I want to show all the leads in one page. Yeah. See, F35 is the last means lead in our spreadsheet. Got it? Now if I click on any of the lead which I have inserted today, can see the data what I have inserted. See, F12, this is the name, company name, C12, phone number, 22nd record, and again the email address. Okay, got it. Now you can see even the created by date and lost modified by date also. So it automatically shows the person who logged in, and the created by is Venkat G, right? Because it's showing this, because this is logged in. So this user is logged in the Apex data loader and trying to upload the data. That is the reason it's showing the same name. If you are logging in as Srinath, it shows Srinath here. Okay. Let's do one thing. I want to do the update operation now. Okay. So I'm clicking on data loader. So there are insert. Now we have done insert. Now let's do update operation. Okay. Let's modify the first name, our company name. Okay. COMP 1, COMP 2. Okay. Now instead of C1, C2, I want to modify company name to comp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm clicking on save. Continue. Okay. So now this is saved properly in the documents. That's fine for me. And now go back to the data loader, Apex data loader. So the name is a little different, the app name Lexi loader, but if you see the complete UI is same both in Mac and Windows. You can see the same app with Apex data loader. I have shown you when I'm clicking on setup and downloading this app, it's downloading the exe file for Windows. You can download simply. Click on update. Okay, and select the leads object. Same thing I'm doing here. Choose the same file. Lead documents, lead sample. Click on next. Verify records. Choose existing map. Go to the downloads. Yeah, automatically mapped here. See, when I'm trying to do the map uploads second time, I can use the existing map, which is already created by me before 2 minutes. Okay, I'm clicking on next, clicking on finish. See, you have chosen to update existing records. This action, the action you are about to take cannot be undone. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Yeah. There are 0 successful updates and 35 errors. Let's see what happened. Click on view errors. So I got a message saying missing argument ID Okay, because we forgotten one thing, that is when I'm trying to update the data, we need the ID fields. Okay, we need the IDs, ID of the ID. For that, I have another solution, that is exporting. Okay, so all the see before update, I want to do export to export the information from the system and load the same data with update or upset. Okay, I'm clicking on export. Select the read object. Okay, so what is the extracting target? I'm selecting as documents. Okay, lead extract. Click on save. Go next. I'm selecting ID value. Okay, so email, mobile phone, phone. First name, last name also. Then the company name also.
Venkat,
Yeah. Yes.
when you're inserting the data, it showed company as a required field, and when you're updating the data, it showed ID as the required field. Why?
Because see what happens. Before inserting the data, there is no IDs in Salesforce system, right? But once the data is inserted into the system, there are IDs, because the IDs are created whenever the data is inserted into the system. That is Salesforce unique ID for each and every record. I will show that to you. When I'm clicking on any lead, so this is a lead, right? F12, 12, 12. F12 is a lead with first name is F12 and last name is F12. Company name is C12. Here, this is called ID. Each and every record ID is unique. Try that. You can't see the same ID in the same organization. So this is 15-digit ID, and you can even get the 18-digit ID for API use. So both the IDs are same, but there's a small algorithm for converting from 15 to 18-digit ID. I will talk about this when we are working with some data things. Okay. So I can even you can even search in developer.force.com saying Salesforce ID converter. So there is a converter for 15-digit ID to 18-digit ID and 18-digit ID to 15-digit ID. Salesforce ID converter.